These apps aren't Netflix or Hulu. They're from creators just like you who have built a six-figure video streaming business with their own OTT apps. Means TV is a worker-owned entertainment platform, and they're reaching audiences across platforms from their web membership to Roku, iOS and Android, and Fire TV. And get this, over 65% of their viewership comes through these apps. OTT apps aren't just for the Netflixes and Hulus of the world anymore. They're easier to create and more profitable than ever, even for independent content creators and small video businesses. In the next few minutes, I'll show you how creating your own apps could be the rocket fuel your business needs and how to get launched with no coding required. To start, let's dive into some numbers. A whopping 78% of all streaming viewing hours in the US happen on TV and mobile devices. 54% on TV and 20% on mobile to be exact. And the return on investment in OTT apps can be substantial. Having your own app significantly boosts the amount of time your customers spend watching content because it's easier for them to reach it on the screens that they use the most. In fact, video memberships who use apps have up to 25% more watch time than memberships who don't use apps. Viewers who watch more content tend to be happier and stick around longer because they feel like they're getting an experience that's worth the cost. And that means more stable revenue for you. Plus, having both mobile and TV apps gives your brand a premium look. It sets you apart from other brands that are only on web platforms. In a crowded niche, this can be the competitive advantage you need to win more members. But which apps should you launch first? The key is to reach your audience where they already are. If you're planning on launching a mobile OTT app for smartphones and tablets, you'll want to pay close attention to the region that you're targeting. In English-speaking markets, iOS and Android split the market, with iOS leading by a few points. But in non-English markets and worldwide, Android is more popular. According to StatCounter, it has 71% of global market share. In the Lab Plus, a basketball training membership, knew they wanted to serve emerging markets, and that drove their decision to launch on both major mobile apps.
Now we're trying to get into these other, not third world countries, but it's just countries that the demographics in basketball aren't really being helped or touched on, like India and China, for example. We need to be able to accommodate there where they're not going to have a laptop probably, but everyone has an Android phone, for example, in those countries, or Apple.
On the TV app side, you have even more options. First up, Roku. It's not just popular, it is dominating the streaming device market. Nearly half of all streaming hours on TV connected devices happen on Roku. Amazon Fire TV is a strong competitor to Roku with 29% of all viewing hours. And even though they have less watch time, they're pretty much tied with Roku in number of active users. Next, Android TV. 40% of all smart TVs worldwide run Android apps. That includes some Amazon Fire TV and Samsung devices. And there's also Apple TV. And as of filming, Apple TV only makes up about 9% of watch time on TV connected devices. But don't write them off just yet. They've invested heavily in original content, and it could be the move if you're trying to reach a more affluent and tech-savvy audience. No matter where you launch, the build process is straightforward, and you don't need any coding skills or app development know-how through OTT app providers like Uscreen that can quickly create and launch your mobile and TV apps. You'll use our existing technology and team of experts to help you create a fully branded app that looks and feels like you built it from scratch. Here's how we do it at Uscreen. You set up a Uscreen account and place an order for your apps. Your dedicated success manager and our friendly app team will make sure you have all the information you need. Then you'll set up your developer accounts on the platform you want to build on, like Android, Apple, Roku, or Samsung, and give us access to build on your behalf. While the app team starts building, you'll get your video website ready by adding content. You provide us with the assets needed to build your app, like images, brand color, and descriptions. We will build your app and have it available for you to preview in as little as 30 days. Then we submit your app for approval to the platform app stores. After it's published, you launch it to your customers and celebrate. It's a simple and straightforward process, and we're there to help you every step of the way. And that includes keeping the apps up to date and running smoothly. Uscreen handles all the updates, maintenance, and even rolls out new features as they're developed. You focus on creating great content, and we take care of the tech stuff. Now, I know the idea of managing apps across multiple platforms can be intimidating, but when you use a dedicated service like Uscreen, it's surprisingly simple. Drew Studio is a yoga membership that had been mashing together a bunch of different tools to deliver their content. But after migrating to Uscreen, everything changed.
Before we came to Uscreen, everything was on a website with a membership paywall, and then manually uploading and embedding videos from a different provider. And it was all very kind of manually kind of organized, and we'd have to manually update our homepage and everything every single week, basically, every time we uploaded videos. Yeah, it's been this incredible growth and this amazing transition to flick into something where it's like so easy just to, we focus on the content and then everything else just takes care of itself. It's amazing.
Now, Drew Studio has one dashboard where they can manage their content for all of their apps in one place. With Uscreen, you can have that simplicity too. You organize your content and it updates everywhere. No need to juggle multiple systems or learn complex coding. You've already put in the hard work of building an audience and creating great content. Now it's time to take that to the next level. With the right tools and support, you can turn your content into a true multi-platform media brand. So how do you know if you're ready to launch OTT apps? We created a checklist you can use to evaluate your business and content. Check all 6 boxes and you're ready to go. Get it on our blog, linked on screen. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.